Well, hey there, everyone. It's me, Esther Bartkiw, and today I want to talk to you about forgiveness. Because after yesterday's video on manifesting in these crazy times, someone wrote me and said, I know exactly what is blocking me from moving forward. I am holding on to resentment and I need to forgive someone. In this particular case, it was a parent. And they wanted to know, do I have to go face to face and say, I forgive you, or can I just say, I forgive you? And that's a really good question. And the answer is both apply. So first of all, if you can go and be face to face with a person and say, I forgive you, that is most ideal. And if you are afraid of doing that, please examine what the fear is underneath it, right? The fear could be that they will lash back at you and say, I never did that, or you're making things up, or you're crazy, like really gaslight you, right? Or they might just go off into one of their tirades that they normally do if they're still following those same patterns and behaviors, right? Sometimes it's just an uncomfortable situation and we tend to want to avoid uncomfortable situations. But if you can examine what is stopping you from doing it face to face and raise your vibration and go into that conversation empowered, I really believe that it will have a high impact for you of shift and change. Okay. Now, if you are unable to do it face to face, maybe the person lives far away, to do it by email or phone or Skype, absolutely, you can do it that way. What if the person is in a place where you can't get a hold of them? Or they've moved, it's someone from your childhood. You don't even know if they have the same last name anymore. You don't know. Or someone has passed on. You can always talk to them in spirit. Okay, you can always talk to them in spirit. I'll give you an example. My father, I loved him. I loved him more than anything and anyone. But I also hated him. I was angry at him. And, angry teenager, angry university girl Esther took out a lot on him. And I was 22 years old when he died, and I was devastated, okay, because back then he was my rock. I had no clue what I was going to do in my life without him there. But I also felt a lot of guilt and shame and remorse that in his last days, I just spewed a lot of anger towards him rather than love, okay? So I needed to forgive him for all the rules and the restrictions that he put on me that I was bustling against, okay? Because he was a pretty strict parent. I had lots of rules. But I also needed to say, please forgive me for how I acted, the things that I said, the things that I did, especially in those last years. And so what I did is I just sat on the sofa and I talked to him. And I felt his presence very close to me. I still feel his presence very close to me. And we had a beautiful conversation. And all I could see was his smiling face saying, I accept, your apology, but there's no need to. I always knew your heart, Esther. And there was just such deep love. And I remember crying and crying. It was such a beautiful release. And my dad's spirit is just always really still close by me. So yes, if the person maybe has dementia, if you don't know where they are in the world, if they've passed on, speaking to them in spirit and saying, please forgive me, or I forgive you, it can go either way, absolutely, definitely works. And please remember that forgiveness is more about you than for them. It's not saying what you did is okay. It's not saying that, keep doing what you were doing, to other people. It's about saying that holding on to this anger, this guilt, this resentment, this upset, this frustration, this it's like a grrr energy, is not doing me any good. So I'm going to truly forgive you and then leave you to your own process. And often in the midst of the forgiveness, you give that person a gift and you open up some energy for them and give them some wiggle room to create some change in their life as well. All right, everybody, hope this helps. Please let me know in the comment section below if there's any other topics that you would like me to address. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and then tap the bell. And anytime I get a thought, create a new video, you'll be the first one to know. I love you so much. Ciao for now.